Good morning. Looks like we're gapping up a little bit here this morning. Buongiorno. Not too bad, not too bad. Took a couple trades on Qs yesterday. Um, Nothing crazy, but not a bad day. How about you? I took a couple puts yesterday on Qs. So let's watch this level right here, basically at 595. And you see we kind of came up to it and rejected here. I waited for that second confirmation, jumped in. I got out like right here though. I left a lot on the table. Yes, yes, he does. That's the biggest thing you got to watch out for right now, especially with the war going on. Like, and then when he gets to talking, there's no telling what he's going to say. So you just never know. See what the news is showing for today, Wednesday, March 25th. Thirty-year mortgage rate, 830. Current account export prices month over month, import prices month over month. 1030. Crude oil stock change. 17-week bill auction, nothing there. 5-year note auction, nothing really there. We have a Fed speaker, so that might do something, but I doubt it. It's not really too much today. I mean, you might see a little bit of a move in the market, but nothing crazy. Yeah, better safe than sorry, exactly. So SPY's up $5 this morning. Looks like we're coming up to resistance, like that 661 area. Trying to get up there. Yeah, I agree with you there. I do believe we're in an overall still downtrend, right? So this is a 4-hour on SPY. We're kind of just consolidating in this area right here. A lot of doji candles. But I think you would see like a change of structure if we get over and close over that 661 area. Because you can see like we just have not been able to get above it, right? So I do believe you'd have to change your mind and start going to the upside if we can close over 661. That seems like the biggest level right now to get over. Yeah, woulda, shoulda, coulda. So it looks like VIX rejected this 28 area. We'll see if it continues back down to this 23 area on the VIX. Because right now it's just kind of been chopping in this range with an occasional spike outside of this area. And the VID is at 177. It's up $2. It's getting into some resistance. Obviously, if you can get through 177, kind of close or open above here, I would see like 180. But to the downside, obviously, 171, 173. Microsoft had a pretty big down day yesterday, huh? Down $10. Let's look at the daily. Wow. Google as well, down $11.60. Big red day for Google. But it is coming into some support here. Meta down $11 yesterday. I think ultimately we'll come down to this like 581 area on Meta. But it's in a pretty big spot right now. What else was down big yesterday? AppLovin. It was down $23 yesterday. It's a big mover. Up $6 this morning. Walmart, yeah, I haven't looked at that one. So it was up 1% yesterday. It's green by 32 cents this morning. That's the daily. What do we reject? Looks like we rejected like this high back here. Okay, yeah, so on the 4 hour you can see all this price action. Yeah, if we stay under this area, like basically this general area where it's at right now, You can see how much price action was above right here. Here as well. We rejected it back here. So I say if we open below this like 122 area, it's a little bit lower than we are currently. Like if we opened at like 121 something, I would definitely be bearish on it. But if it gets and closes back above this 122 area, I'd be a little concerned. But yeah, this is definitely a spot right here to make a decision. 121.14. But you can see too, we're making lower highs, right? You got a high here, high back here, it's lower high here. So we're gonna see if this will be our next lower high to continue the downtrend back down. Yeah, that's a decent setup, honestly. Because I mean, you can see while we got the bounce right here, right? And you could have went a little bit lower down to this area, but there's definitely some support right in here. But yeah, I like it if we open up below 122 for the downside. Yeah, or it could just chop in this range and kind of continue out, right? So, but that to me is what I would be watching on Walmart. Let's see what oil's doing, honestly, before I even look at Oxy or Exxon or anything like that. Oil's down this morning a little bit. Are we going to continue down on oil? Come back down to this 84 area potentially. So I'm sure Oxy, let's see if I'm sure they're down this morning. They're down almost 2%, down to $1.22. So you really hadn't been able to get over and close above like 1 or 62. It's been a pretty significant level for Oxy. See if like Royal Caribbean's getting a bounce. Just as I suspected, this stock has been like basically the inverse of oil. Like it's been a good one to trade. It's up $7 this morning. It was down $5 yesterday, so it's a pretty decent sized mover. But you can see this is a pretty big area right here around this 265. Delta closed up 2% yesterday. It's up almost another 2% this morning. Basically the same kind of thing going on with Royal Caribbean. Whenever oil's coming down, you're going to see this getting a pop up. So the IWM, your smaller cap stocks, it's up $3 this morning, up 1%. But it's basically right at some resistance. You draw like a line. Basically right here. I mean, you can see a double top here. Rejected here, rejected here. So if we stay below this 252.50 area, potentially bearish on it. But if we get above here, get moving up, obviously have to change your mind. But so far it's rejecting this area. So Walmart, that's what you're gonna watch today? See what Tesla's doing. So you can see Tesla broke that 368 area we had. It's almost like a liquidity grab because it hurried up and popped right back above it. But now we are back above that 385 level on Tesla. So I kind of like Tesla for upside from here. Maybe. Scared. I hear you. The whole clown. Palantir closed down $6 yesterday. It's up $3 right now. Pretty big down day for Palantir. But it's back above this level here. So if we can open above here, we might attack that 161 area again. It's currently at 158. SMCI back above that 22 area, which we knew that was a pretty big significant level for SMCI, 22 area. I just don't see how this company is going to make it though. I mean, something's got to happen here. It's got to get bought out, or I don't know. Something big's got to change with it to have a future. Where's AMD? I looked at AMD. So it closed green yesterday. It's green $3.70 this morning. Pretty nice little run here on AMD. So my target for it, basically 210. So another dollar to the upside for AMD. Then we might get a pullback. But if you look at those 4-hour candles, I mean, it's done nothing but go straight up. Yeah, it did pop up a little bit. I saw that. Sure it did. So AMD had a nice 4-hour tweezer bottom off this level, but basically that $200 level, and then just took off. Core weave. So you can see I had a double bottom off this level here at $70 level. So it's been a pretty significant level in core weave. See, we touched it here too. There's like 4 touch points. We're back in. So we'll see. We should probably at least continue up to that $90 level. So another $5 upside on core weave before we hit some resistance. Yeah, let's see what CrowdStrike's doing. We saw it had that pretty big rejection the other day, and man, I should have bought some puts on it when I saw that. Wow. It was down $20 yesterday, down 5%. So I was looking at weakness once we broke back below this 431 area. And then you can see we got that flush down here. We bounced off this support 402, and then we just flushed back through this level, that 402 level, and now we're still under it. So some pretty big moves to the downside on CrowdStrike. Yeah, bears are definitely winning right now here. I mean, you got to look, like, what was this, February? It was all the way down here, right? This 342 area. And we shot up like $100 within a month. So you almost expect to see a pullback, right? This is a pretty big pullback. I'd be interested to see if we come all the way back down to this area here around 371. Or this 387 level. Yeah, I say we come down to like this 387 more than likely before you see a bounce. Yeah, down $20 yesterday. So puts would have paid pretty well. So Penn W, Palo Alto, it was down $7 yesterday, 4%. So they're basically the same industry, obviously. But it's currently in a little bit of a downtrend here. Looks really similar to CrowdStrike's chart, actually. You got the bounce from this area here, shot up, and now we're currently coming down. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how similar those charts are. There's Penn W, there's CrowdStrike. But I wouldn't turn bullish on CrowdStrike unless it gets back over that 402.70 area. But it looks like we flushed through there pretty good. We could come back up, retest 402 before we kind of come back down. It's kind of what I'd almost expect, honestly, after this big flush down. What's Bitcoin at this morning? 71. Okay. So Bitcoin's just been chopping in this range. MSTR is up $4. So it looks like Intel, it's been sitting on this area here like 43.50. You see there's a lot of action right in this area. It looks like we're getting a bounce right now. We're up $1.78, up 4% on Intel. Looks like Home Depot is trying to get a bounce here. We're breaking this downtrend right now. So we'll see if we can continue to push up to that 345 area. Yeah. So if Q's opens below that 590 area, basically we're at the spot right now. So we're either going to push up or get rejected here. Yeah, so that's kind of the range we're in, right? 590 to 582. It's about an $8 range. Obviously, if you get outside of 590, then you continue upside. If you get below 582, I would see a downside. But no real clear direction between 582 and 590. And SPY for today, we kind of talked about that 661 area. So if we get over that 661, it'd be bullish. And also that 655 area, which we're over currently after getting all of these wicks right in this area. But we haven't been able to really close above that 661 zone. And then to the downside, if we break 652, I would see some continuation to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm watching for SPY's levels. And looking at the VIX, it's gapped down a little bit this morning. It's down $1.27. But like we looked at earlier, it's been basically in between this 23 area and 28 area, just kind of chopping around. But as of right now, it's continuing to the downside. We'll see if that can continue, get a bounce in the market. But between the VIX coming down and the oil coming down, you might see a nice little bounce today if that continues. Yeah, because honestly, oil looks like it's rolling over here. So if it holds this area, obviously it can continue up. But if it keeps rolling over, that'll be bullish for the markets. We might come down to that 84 area on the oil. Gold's up 2% this morning. Silver's up 2% as well. Yeah, for Qs, I'm gonna watch these levels. I'll probably take a trade off of them today, just depending on how it opens and where it goes. But I'm probably not gonna do anything for the first like 30 minutes or so. Let it play out. So did you take a trade in Power Hour yesterday, or when did you take your trades? Because now you said you've been kind of doing Power Hour as of late. Yeah, it's definitely a waiting game. Okay. Yeah, exactly. There's rules for a reason. And that's one of the hardest parts about trading. Like, you know what to do, but it's just so easy to break your own rules, right? So, like, everybody still has trouble with that. But if you can ever master that, then you'll be a good trader because it's easy to learn what to do, right? It's just being able to execute that. Yeah, so far on the Qs, looks like we're almost like double topping here. From the after hours high to this pre-market high. And then we're back under the 590 area as of right now, getting a rejection. Wow, I missed that one yesterday. ARM is up $16.61. Jeez Louise. Okay, so it had some news yesterday where it's going to be selling its own chips. ARM pivots to chip making with AI chip launch. Okay. Wow, so I got some pretty big news yesterday. Up 12% yesterday. Apple's back under that 253, 254 area. Coin's up 3% this morning after being down almost $20 yesterday. Look at this flush on coin. Straight down. But it hit our level and bounced. It's crazy how levels work. You just gotta trust them. That's the thing. There's always money to be made in the market. You just gotta know where to go, right? So SPY is basically the same exact look as the Qs. Came up, retested this basically after hours high in the pre-market, and I've rejected it so far. So that'll be a pretty significant level right here today. If we can get over that 660.50 level on SPY. All right, we'll see you. Good luck today. Yeah, we'll see if we continue downside with SPY though after that rejection. Yeah, Qs and SPY are basically the same look here. That'll be a significant level today. 591.60 to 592. So if we get above that 591.60 area today, I would turn bullish. But you can see we rejected it here as well, basically back last Monday. We're back to that spot. So it would be significant if we can close over that 591.60 area. As of right now, it's a pretty big spot of rejection. Now we're back below this 590 area, so which is a pretty significant level as well. All right, well, I believe that's going to do it for me this morning. We got our levels set for the day. Good luck if you're trading. Just stay patient and just be aware of any kind of news or headlines that might come out with everything going on right now. We don't have any big economic news this morning. There is a Fed speaker speaking today, so just be aware of that. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you tomorrow morning.